What's going on? What's happening, fellas? Let's get right into it. So today we are going to talk about how to spot out a fake friend. All right, guys, how to find out if one of your friends is a secret hater. Now, guys, we are going to break this down step by step so you understand, okay, and you don't get confused when somebody is a hater. And the reason why this is so important, all right, guys, when it comes to friends, is because friends are the closest people to you. Okay, guys, and with that being said, friends have the best and most convenient opportunity to betray you. All right, guys, and this can have an effect on not only your reputation, but your results in life when it comes to your success. All right, guys, when a friend betrays you, a friend has access to personal things and personal information that most people, including your enemies, do not have. All right, fellas, this is why the common saying, keep your friends close and your enemies closer. That's why that's so popular, because it is 100% true. A friend can ruin your reputation. A friend can spread rumors about you with personal information that nobody is supposed to have access or is supposed to know about. This video is not to make you paranoid. This video is not to make you overly cautious about the people around you. The sole purpose for this video is for you to recognize signs, body language, social cues where you can understand who's on your team and who's a hater. All right, fellas, let's get right into it. All right, fellas, now the first thing you need to understand is envy is a human emotion. It's a natural human emotion. It is 100% natural for you to see somebody that has something that you don't have and you to have a sense of envy. Envy is a human emotion. Envy sounds very negative, and it can be negative if it's expressed with jealousy. Envy can be positive if it's turned into motivation and used for competition. So if I see a man who's doing better than me, I'm going to have a small degree of envy for that. Okay, not necessarily for him, but for the situation, for what he has that I don't have. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to be constructive and proactive and turn that shit into motivation and compete with this man so I can pass him up and get to where I want to be so I don't have to hate. All right, guys. But what a lot of people do, especially your friends, is they use that envy and it turns into jealousy. All right. Now, before I get into the two type of friends that are going to be haters, first thing I'm going to talk about is a clear way where you can see in anybody, not just friends, but in anybody, whether or not they're a hater or how they really feel about you. All right. This is very important. This is psychology and this is body language. Okay. There is a term called micro expressions. And the reason why I put this little red little asterisk star little thing right here, because this is very important. Okay, micro expressions are facial expressions that you get from people when you interact with them within the first millisecond. I want to say in the first half a second of that interaction, whatever facial expression that they have, whether it's surprise, anger, disdain, disturbed, aggravated, aroused, whatever it is, that is usually the natural facial expression that they have for you. That is usually going to show how they really feel about you. This is going to be within the first second. Okay, so I'll give you an example on how you can find this out. Let's say somebody's standing here like this. And what I want you to do is I want you to walk up behind them at a diagonal angle to where you're going to kind of surprise them as you approach them. Now, obviously, they're going to be surprised. So the moment that they turn around and notice that it's you, whatever facial expression that they give you, once they notice it's you, that is how they feel about you. So a great thing is to start paying attention to micro expressions from people. Okay, guys, and this is something that I do a lot on a daily basis. And the more you pay attention to this, the more you can start to understand people and compare and contrast this to how they actually treat you. Now, let's get into the two type of friends that are haters. Now, first, you're going to get the person who's in a rush to be your friend, the person who's in a hurry to be your homeboy. All right. Now, someone who feels envious of you ends up befriending you. All right. And the reason for this is because you have something that they want. All right, it's kind of a weird thing, but if you notice the people in your life or the friends in your life who turned out to be haters, they usually wanted to rush to friendship. Like as soon as you met them, they want to hang out, they want to do this, they want to do that. And when you see that happening, you should find that very suspicious, and your radar should go up, because most people, before they're friends with somebody, it takes them a while to open up. There's kind of a prolonged vetting period before you just start going out with somebody all the time. All right, so you have to really pay attention to this. I've found the biggest haters ever, not just in my life, but in other people's lives. They always in a hurry to be friendly with you. This is why I say the realest people in the world don't have a lot of friends, or it's not easy to make friends with them. Okay, because they understand, in order for me to be around you all the time, we hanging out, we doing this, I got to get to know you first. All right, like same thing with relationships with women. If you get women who giving you all this stuff about them when you first meet them, and they're in a rush to get married after the first month of y'all dating, that should be a red flag. You think she just in love with you, but that's a red flag, G. Now, I'm not saying she hating on you like in this friendship dynamic, but it's still a red flag. You need to give people time to get to know you, and you get to know them before you rush into something as serious as these type of relationships. All right, so this is a clear sign of a hater. What they're first going to do is they're first going to charm you. It's a lot of charm. They're going to compliment you a lot, talk about all the great things about you, tell you how great you are, favor you all the time. And then you'll start to notice behaviors. Okay, and we're going to talk about some of the behaviors in a second. But like I said, it's not going to be apparent at first that they're a hater. Obviously. Okay, obviously they're envious of you, so they want to get in, and they have their own secret intentions. Some people want to get in because they want to ruin your reputation or your legacy. Some people want to get in because they want to slow you down and distract you. Some people want to get in because they want to get close to you and find out information from you so they can use it later to your disadvantage. It really depends. Okay, that's case by case. But that's one of the things that's going to happen, and these are one of the type of friends that end up turning into a hater. These little secret haters, man. Now, the second one is a person who was actually your friend, your genuine friend at the beginning, but they grew to be a hater over time. Okay, guys, because of your success and the things that you're doing in life. Now, this is going to be actually people from your hometown, your family, your long-term friends, friends from high school and stuff like that. People who are down with you. You guys were at the same level. Y'all grew up together. And then as life progressed, and moved on, you got successful and they haven't, and they still stuck in the same place, and you moving on and now they hating. Okay, guys, this is probably the most common case. All right, now this one right here, number one, the person who's in rush to be your friend, like I said, that's a weird person. All right, like if I don't like somebody and I'm envious of somebody to the point to where I'm gonna want to hate on them and do something bad to them or ruin their reputation, I'm not gonna be friends with them. I'm gonna stay far away from that person if I have that type of energy for them. All right. And then sometimes with number one, his first friend, some people get in not with the sole intention to ruin you. It's just that you have something that they have. And they have that normal sense of envy, like I said, that is a human emotion, and they just want to be around you. They just want to soak up your energy. But then over time, they start to resent you because they're constantly seeing maybe this halo effect you got, or maybe they're constantly seeing all your achievements, and then that turns into resentment and jealousy, and then you start to see these signs. Okay, now the signs at the bottom, I'm going to show you. Some of these signs are very clear, some of them very subtle, a few of them are very aggressive. Okay, now the first one is sarcastic responses to good news. If you ever notice with a friend, if you ever gave them good news, you ever told them, hey, guess what? I just won $1 million. Or hey, guess what? I just got promoted. Or hey, guess what? I just lost 50 pounds. I checked the scale. Or whatever it is. I just got married. My boyfriend bought me a gift. Whatever it is. Pay attention to the sarcastic responses to the good news. Okay, I'll give you an example, personal example. I remember when I was in sales and I got promoted to finance. And I went to go tell one of my friends, one of the first people I want to go tell. And when I told him, his response was, I was like, hey, bro, guess what, bro? Guess what? Just got promoted, G, more money, 6 figures, let's get it. And he like, oh, man, I bet you gonna make a lot of money, huh? I'm like, yeah, I just said that, G. What's like, you just ruined that, I'm gonna tell somebody else. All right, bro. And this is one of the reasons why, you shouldn't just tell everybody your business and everything. You got to be very selective with the people you share good news with. But at the same time, this is going to be one of the responses you're going to get from haters. Okay, notice this behavior. Sarcastic responses to good news. Notice how they respond to your good news. Notice their faces. Remember, I told you these micro expressions. When you tell somebody good news, notice the first expression that they make when you tell them. Okay, because somebody who is genuinely for you and down with you, when you tell them good news, they're going to be conscious of the expressions that they make. Even if they have that normal sense of envy, they don't want you to see that. So they're going to be very conscious of that, even though it might hit them a little bit. Like I said, it's normal for everybody to feel envy. But when somebody's actually jealous of you and they're a secret hater, you're going to clearly be able to see, if you pay attention, how they really feel about you. Okay, guys, when I'm with my boys and, we tell each other good news, we compete with each other. So if my boy tell me something like, hey, bro, guess what? I just did 100 push-ups. I look at him, I'll be like, bro, good, that's what's up. I bet I do 130 though. It's competition. But my first micro expression it's not a look of disdain. It's a look of the excitement first. And then I let him know, look, G, I'm about to come chase you down. All right. So it's different. So like I said, it's a big difference between jealousy and competition. All right. Now, the next thing is their reaction to bad news. Okay. First, you got to pay attention to the reaction to good news, then the reaction to bad news. So if you tell somebody something bad news, hey, bro, I just lost some money, or something bad just happened, or my dog died, or something like that. If you see them get excited, that first micro expression or eyebrows go up, and you can even see this with somebody with shades on. Their eyebrows go up, they get excited first. Oh, really? Something like that. It's like, bro, why you so excited that my dog died? I thought you liked my dog, G. You feel me? So reactions to bad news, okay? Not just good news, but bad news too. All right, so this is why micro expressions, this is why I put the little red star here, because it's very important to pay attention to. Remember, it's the facial expressions in the first few milliseconds. Now, another thing, this is going to be more aggressive, exclusion from activities, okay? Let's say there's a group activity amongst your friends, and let's say one day they don't invite you, and when they don't invite you, you find out, or you approach the person, or you confront the person who organized it, and you ask them why they didn't invite you, and they give you some type of passive aggressive, answer like, oh, my bad, I forgot to text you, or I thought we told you, or, we thought you would have been working on your hustle or on your purpose, or, stuff like that. It's like, you still, it's still messed up. You didn't invite me. Like, I'm on my purpose, but still, I probably would have liked to go out, stuff like that. They try to exclude you from the group. So you need to understand this and pay attention to this. Okay, guys? If you get this type of passive aggressive responses after people, do not let you know about something, don't keep you updated with something, and then you check them on it, and it's very passive aggressive, like, oh, I thought you'd have been working. I thought you was in the gym, or, something like that. It's like, bro, really? You know what I'm saying? Like, really? Anyway, moving on. So another thing is how they treat you in front of people. Okay, guys? Now, remember, this is your friend. All right, guys, this is your friend. So I'm expecting my friend to treat me the same no matter who we're around. Okay, guys, so this is a very clear way, an aggressive way you can find out somebody's a hater. All right, so if they are treating you weird in front of people, if they're like calling you out and trying to embarrass you and saying little demeaning, remarks about you in front of people, especially people that y'all don't even know, that's a clear sign. And I've actually dealt with this a few times in my life when I was younger. Now I'm at the age, G, I don't have any time for it. Like, I can recognize a hater from a mile away. So I don't even get involved at that point. I'm very cautious of how I vet out my friends and my relationships. But when I was younger, I was, a little bit more careless and frivolous with this stuff. So I would befriend people who would do things like this. And over time, I would have to cut them off. But, when you out with somebody and, you hanging out, and, you're around people you don't know or people who you know, and then they they calling out your flaws and they kind of embarrassing you, but they're doing it in a joking way to where you can't really get mad. You know what I mean? Like it can hit you, but you can't really get mad because they're playing and they're your friend and you're supposed to accept their playful nature. You know what I mean? It's one of those things. So it's very passive. Another thing is they shame you for being ambitious. And this was kind of related to this one when I was saying excluding you guys from activities. But, they try to shame you for being ambitious. Oh, you hitting the gym again today? If you try to turn down unhealthy meals and, if you got to work or stay up late or wake up early. They try to shame you and clown you for those things. So, but guys, these are just all things and signs where you can find out whether somebody's a hater or not. They're very clear signs. There are many more, but these are 5 easy, whether they're passive or aggressive ways to know if somebody is a hater. Now remember, there's a reason for every single topic that I give you related to psychology and human nature on my channel. The reason for this is to prevent problems, to prevent people from ruining your life, to prevent distractions, to prevent from investing in relationships that are not worth it and will inevitably end. Okay, guys, this is very important, and a very good facet to becoming a top tier man is understanding relationships. All right, relationships matter. A lot of the results that you're going to get out of life as a man, whether positive or negative, are going to come from the type of relationships that you have. Okay, so recognizing signs in people, whether or not they want good for you or whether or not they want bad for you, is very important. Very, very important. All right, forget, if you're new to the channel, please hit that subscribe button. And if you got value from this video, share it with a homeboy. Hit the like button. I appreciate you guys again. It's your boy KD. We out here, baby.